Y'all, I have been in the most difficult, challenging space in my life. That's why I haven't been posting much. And again, I just cried my eyes out, and I didn't want to come here crying. So yes, my sis was crying. So let me give you some background on what's been happening in my obedience with the Most High. So I've been living with someone. I left my job, I left my home, I left everything to move with this person because I felt God told me to. He received the same thing, so out of obedience. And I had my uncertainties in regards to moving with this individual. It took me some time to actually settle in, to get officially release everything and surrender into the situation. And then immediately it became a control situation. Now, God know that I would have never done this for anyone, because God know that I don't give humans opportunities to try me. But God kept saying, be with this person, stay with this person, although this person was truly really diabolical towards me. But I stayed, I still supported, I still loved, I still gave. I sacrificed, I surrendered to what God was doing. And in the beginning, it was very beautiful. I thought this connection was, because God again approved this person, so I thought this connection was my end all be all. This was my fairy tale ending. This was it for me. Like the end of it has finally, me being out here entertaining these humans, I finally got my person. I was happy, I was grateful, I was thankful, because the connection felt magical. It was intense. I felt this person's soul, I felt this person's spirit. It was beautiful. It was truly beautiful. I spoke very highly of this person. Even the things that I seen, I disregarded, because the soul of this person was rare, it was beautiful, it was a gem that not a lot of people have. I seen this person for who they were, despite their clouded judgment, their pride, their ego, their pain, their traumas. I still seen this person, and so I was willing to let my guard down and immerse myself in this person's life. Immediately, I moved here the last week of May, so let's just say June. Within 2 weeks of me moving here, it was problems, where he's already threatening to kick me out and telling me I can go, writing me letters saying, that we can depart and all this other stuff. 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, not even a full 14 days. Less than 2 weeks of me officially surrendering everything, because I still held on to my job back home, because I was, again, a little skeptical. So I'll drive back and forth because I wasn't confident in this dynamic. Again, with the things that I see very clearly. And so what I seen, it wasn't good, it wasn't healthy. And so, based on God's word, I still took that chance. I still did what I did. And ever since that 2 weeks in June, it is now September. I don't know when. Sometime it's September right now. And we have not been good. I've tried everything. I'm a very patient person. I'm a very understanding person. I've adjusted, I've compromised, I let stuff slide, I've tried, I put forth effort, I made recommendations, I've changed within myself, I tried for this person. And once I feel like we got a breakthrough, once I feel like I'm getting into this person, it's just the same cycle, same patterns, same behaviors, nothing changes. And mind you, we both had an understanding of what we wanted in our dynamics, our future. We were on the same page with that. He was supposed to align in his divine masculine, I'm in my divine feminine, you know, and we doing that thing. But since I got here, I have not been taken care of. But for him, he let him tell it. Oh, he held me down. I got here, and he's not transparent with nothing, and so it was difficult for me to gauge truly how secure and safe the situation was. Where he was getting his money, that came to an end. His transportation came to an end literally right after I sacrificed everything and moved with him. It literally, when I say instantaneously, instantly. And I didn't want him to stress or worry, so I said, you know, it's okay, like, you can use my car. I have a car. We're going to be together. We're doing this life thing together, so it's fine. Utilize my car, you know, until we are able to get you another car in the meantime. Now, he has not been working. He has clients, and I want to just say client. He has a client that he trains, but it's not consistent. It's not often. So he's not making any money. And so, again, I'm willing to go out there and work. But, again, controlling aspect. In my field, what I went to school for, criminal justice, he feel like that's too masculine. All the career paths that I was recommending that I knew I would get a job in, it's too masculine. He doesn't want that. Okay, fine, because I'm trying other places and they ain't hiring, sis. So then I started driving. He ended up, I didn't have insurance, so he put me on his insurance and paid for it. That he did. And so July, I started working hard. When I say hard, because we were backed up. I'm thinking things are safe, taken care of, secure. No, things were not. And so, and it was in the middle of July that I started working, because I was waiting on the, you know, insurance that he was prolonging, because he kept asking, why do I want to go make money and all this other stuff? Is it for us? Right. And so then he finally caved in and got me on the insurance, and I started, you know, driving. And I would work tirelessly, hours, putting in hours, because we were backed up. I had to pay his July rent. I had to pay the August rent that was upcoming. His birthday was July, so of course we're doing stuff. My car notes due and all this other stuff, living expenses, all this stuff needs to be paid. And who's paying it? Me. I would literally be out every single day, not a day off, 7 days a week, working almost 10 hours a day. Seven days a week, working 10 hours a day. And what was he doing? Which, again, it was no problem what he was doing, because I supported him. He was focusing on his music, focusing on creating. Okay, that's fine. I never complained, by the way. Me working these hours, I never complained. The only thing that I brought to his attention was how he show up for me, how he treats me. It's pretty diabolical and truly unacceptable. But other than that, I don't say anything about his character, how he needs to do better. None of that. Just treat me better. You're growing, you're evolving, you're learning. I give grace in that. But I don't deserve to be treated in certain ways. And I will not allow myself or tolerate certain treatment. Yeah, it was so diabolical, man. I have to beg for kisses. I have to beg for hugs. Beg for a peck on the cheek. Beg. Me begging is crazy. So me begging is crazy. So I'm doing all of this and still cleaning up after him. Not saying, oh, you need to clean up, nope. And he's pretty filthy. And I'm still cleaning up after him gracefully. When I say I'm taking on all of this so gracefully, with no complaints, no issues. And it's like I'm working these 10 hours, right? Then we go to the gym every single day as well. So that's a part of the schedule. After my 10 hours, we go to the gym immediately. We spend about a good 2.5 hours there every single time. And then, because I'm supporting him in his path, his journey right now, we're going to these venues so that he could perform. And by the way, and I'm sorry, messages was coming through. And these venues and stuff, I found for him. Everything, every last one of them, most of them, I found so that he can perform and get comfortable in his craft, like truly supporting him. And then those things will run long. Sometimes until 2 o'clock in the morning. And they were always far too. I did all this every single day with no complaints. Only thing I complained about was how he treated me. And so I'm still, because again, when I know, because this whole dynamic, I questioned it all the time because it went against everything that I've learned. It went against everything that I've learned, but God kept telling me to stay. Why are you constantly telling me to stay in some place where I am undervalued, unappreciated, where I am treated like dirt? Why are you telling me to stay here? And so out of obedience, I still stay. I still try, even with love in my heart, no resentment, no nothing, because I'm like, there must be something here. God must be doing something. I'm going to just say, I have to stay. Even when I let him know, like, okay, I'm done. And it's been like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. God, like, oh, stay. There was a situation recently where I was very concerned about this individual. And so he hasn't been getting sleep because not recently, but maybe like 3 weeks ago, so he started doing the newspaper thing. And the newspaper hours was like dinner 2 to 8. He only did it for 2 days. And he was complaining how it was affecting his body and things of that sort and all this other stuff, complaining. I'm like, okay, well, what you want to do, and so me being that comforter, what do I want to hear in this situation? And so it's like, okay, after trying to figure out his solutions and where his mind at and what he's trying to do, to comfort him, I'm like, okay, well, if this isn't what you want to do, then you don't have to run yourself down and all of that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. I told him, you don't have to do that. If it's not good for you, it's okay. I'm willing, again, because I'm strong. I can do this. And so he had stuff that he needed to do, and so I'm like, okay, just make sure you rest. I'm constantly rest. And then he's just disappearing, right, very often. And then he comes back and he disappears in the bathroom for almost 3 hours. And who's in the bathroom for almost 3 hours? If you're on the toilet, like your leg's gonna get numb, like something's going on. So I started to get very concerned. I text him, no response. I've been calling him, called him over 10 times. The phone did ring, no response. I'm knocking on the door gently because I ain't trying to be too, I'm knocking on the door, no response. So then I started calling him again. His phone suddenly starts going to voicemail. Okay, whatever, weird. So then I get a pen to, pick the door. So before I intrude, I knocked one last time to ensure that he hears me before I just bust in. And I ended up like trying to, I knocked, then I started picking the lock, but then I realized like it seems loose. And I'm like, okay, I open it, he's just standing right there. And then instantly he started yelling at me, talking about, oh, that's you banging on the door. Why are you banging on the door like that? And you literally attacking me. Attacking me for caring. Attacking me for checking on his well-being. Attacking me. And I even said, if he can't, I asked him if so that, I can speak, because that's one thing, he don't let me speak. I said, can you please just can you shut the door so we can talk? And no, I'm not shutting no door. And it's like, okay, I'm sorry, right? And so then later that night, because it was bothering me, I let him know, like, I only did that because, again, he avoids, he doesn't engage, he doesn't talk, he stays to himself, especially when he don't want to engage with me, which has been day there since June, since I moved in. And so I let him know, like, dude, I only cared. And then he started telling on himself. And it's just like, I didn't even, because he started mentioning like his phone died and things of that sort. Like, I'd never even mentioned anything about it, but he kept on focusing on like his phone died. And it's like, I don't care about none of that. I was just caring about your well-being. And he's like, oh, I know you're going to. Like, it's like he has these like scenarios in his mind on how things are going to play out. Yes, I peeped it. I don't speak upon everything that I peep, but I peeped it. That's not my concern. My concern is that you truly attacked me, and all I did was care. I was concerned. And I forgot what he said. Again, just making excuses and lies. Oh, I was tired. I ain't had sleep in 48 days, so he fell asleep in the bathroom. Okay. I'll take it. That's fine. But my issue is the attack. I did not deserve the attack. And y'all don't know, the attacks are often uncalled for. And so it was right then and there that I said thank you. Because he freed me. He released me. I finally learned why God needed me in this dynamic. In my previous situations, God was teaching me how to love self. Right? But with him, he was teaching me how to love unconditionally. Despite how they show up, despite how they treat you, despite their heart posture towards you, how are you still going to show up? He taught me how to love unconditionally, but more importantly, he taught me how to embody the frequency of love. That is beautiful. Y'all don't understand how beautiful that is. I feel like I've just unlocked a part of myself that I kept trying to figure out this whole time, and it was in this dynamic, this diabolical dynamic that helps me unlock myself and who I am. Right now I'm in my car because yesterday, again, he continues to be diabolical. So yesterday, we always agree that if he has anything to do, to let me know ahead of time, so that I can ensure that I'm at the house so that he can do what he needs to do. Like I said, I'm out in these streets all day trying to make money to pay our bills, aka his bills. And so yesterday I separated the house keys and my car keys, because he's been not talking to me for weeks now, which is fine. I was unbothered since the bathroom situation. Again, I freed myself. At that point, I realized I've learned what I needed to learn from the situation. I'm done chasing. I'm done convincing. I'm done trying to prove all that. It's a done deal. That I'm okay with that. And so, and I really did it because we are staying with his friend, his roommate, which is truly diabolical. The lowest of the low. The lowest of the low. The lowest of the low. I should have known that they're friends. But his friend, who has dang near a girl over every day, a different one, every single day, dang near, never works, can't pay his bills, can't pay his portions. It's the lowest of the low. So he had someone over, and he did this. So before I took my keys, he had another girl over, and I told the person that I was with that, like, I don't feel comfortable with him and his, like, girls over, like, and then they're loud. So it's like, I'd rather not be in the house. I don't want to be in space. I told him this. And so, of course, when he brought him over, I think like 2 days ago, he was there the whole freaking day with his girl, or a girl, let's just say that, one of them. And he was gone in my car all day, the whole time, all day, the whole time. Phone going to voicemail, all day. And then the day before that, he didn't get back in until 2 o'clock in the morning in my car. Mind you, again, he's not working. He's just going to my car. Okay. And it's no problem. Like I said, I'm willing to support him if he needs to do something. But we didn't even get to that point in the conversation, because once he realized, because he had another girl over again yesterday, and so I was like, yeah, no, you're not gonna be gone in my car all day while I'm stuck and stranded here in this house. To listen to that. And so he was kind of assert control or whatever, not like, oh, this ain't what we gonna do, and then you can get out my house and all of this other stuff. It's like, wait, sir, I paid rent to be here. I pay rent to be here. Last month I paid rent to be here. I've been paying rent since I got here. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, okay. So then I'm like, again, because I had just got in the house. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm hungry. I got in the house. I cleaned the dishes and cleaned his living room where he been at. And I took me a shower, and I was finna get ready to eat. Then he comes busting in. And I'm okay with having a conversation with him so we can get a clarity and understanding. But again, with him, it's like he has all this stuff going on in his head, and he don't listen. He doesn't just take the time to be silent and listen. And so at this point, I had to, like, many times, like, I'd rather not have this conversation when you're like this. Not even let them know, like, we're, you know, done. We're finished. It's no, like, reconciling. And I know that's a lot to process. So go process it. Then maybe we can, like, have a conversation and discuss whatever. And he was, like, not having that. So the food that I bought, he's sitting here grabbing it, snatching it. It's like, you're not finna, you know, do that. And I'm like, but why? He's like, because I want to be petty. Okay, you just want to disrupt my peace. Understood. And so then I end up just going to my car to enjoy my food. And then I come back up. He wants to talk again. I say I'm not ready to talk, but he still proceeds to talk in that energy. And I'm like, okay, well, we're not getting anywhere with the energy still like this. So you can talk. I'm okay with talking, but the energy has to shift, because you're not going to continue to talk at me. And no. And so come today, and mind you, yesterday, because I haven't been feeling well. I started to record this. I actually started it, but I was sick. I even, in the video, I was talking about how I was finna throw up. Felt like I was finna throw up. Threw up many times. Luckily I had bags in the car. Threw up. And so ended up throwing up, whatever. And then I just kind of laid down, rested, and took care of myself. Now, today, I go out. I leave about 5 o'clock in the morning, like I always do, because again, with everything that we have going on, I have to make time for his stuff. So I always got up 5 o'clock in the morning to go and try to make this money. Today I was coming back to the house. I called him, voicemail. So I texted him, like, can you open the door? Oh, I'm not there. I'm driving. I'm on my way to work. And his friend's not there. He's working too. Mind you, his friend never works. Barely works. It's like, so I'm like, okay, well, can you call me? Oh, I don't want to be late for this job, so I'll call you on my lunch. I'm just like, I'm not feeling well. So if you can, like, if I can come get the keys, sorry about the noise. If I can come get the keys, like, it'll be fine. Like, just because I'm really not feeling well. And he said something to the extent, it's in the phone, I don't know if it'll mess up the video, but something to the extent like, that's not how this is going to work, or something like that. We need to talk, and I'll talk to you on lunch. And I just broke down crying. Yeah. I broke down and I cried so hard, because I realized this person is truly out for me. He even together, he don't say anything positive about me. And so if he doesn't say anything positive about me to me, it only makes me think, what can he be telling other people about me? It's like he was very jealous, very possessive. He didn't want me to be seen. He thought my role was just truly to support him in his career. That's it. Which he's freaking madly mistaken. It's like I was there for a whole bunch more. But he just wanted some type of control. But I don't know if it even hurts. I don't think it even hurts. I cried. I don't even know. I gotta process why I cried. Like I said, it's fresh. Yeah, because I feel like this person is really trying to, like, destroy me. I mean, they can't, whatever. I'm not concerned. But I think it hurts me more because people really don't consider their actions. They don't consider their things. He's being spiteful and petty and things of that sort, but he don't understand, like, the hurt that he's causing himself. And I think that's why. it's like, yeah, I'm struggling, I'm sick, I'm not well, but why are you doing this to you? It's like you trying to hurt me, but in the end, you don't know what you're doing to yourself. And it's not to say that I'm just all this and that, but it's like I'm just not one to be played with. And I say that so respectfully and humbly. And he's done something today that he will not come back from. Because he chose spite. He chose ill will. He chose envy in his heart. That's what he chose. And he didn't have to. He didn't have to choose that. But he did. But I'm just needing to get my stuff out. I don't know what's next, you guys. I truly don't know what's next or where I'm gonna go. No one knows. I was embarrassed to, tell my family because they was already like against it. But I'm like, but God said so. I'm like, y'all just gonna see. Y'all just gonna watch how this play out. And I mean, it played out truly beautifully for me and my soul evolution. But practically, it's pretty diabolical and embarrassing. I called 211. I don't know. I just don't know what's next. Honestly, I don't know what's next. Yeah, that's what's been going on with me. Thanks for listening to me. I holla.